Hey guys, it's LSuperSonicQ with another one of my drawing videos. This one happens to be the quote-unquote vintage drawings, which I'll get into in a second, but before I actually start this video, for the last couple sketching videos, I kind of want to say sorry slash whoops, because I didn't think the quality was actually going to be as bad as it was. Sometimes when I record in a lower quality on my computer, when I upload it to YouTube, YouTube improves the quality, but in this case, it kind of downgraded the quality, so my bad on that. In this video I'm recording in a better quality, so we shouldn't have a problem there. And these pictures, going back to the quote-unquote vintage term, are in color and they're finished and they're a bit bigger, so you shouldn't have a problem seeing them there. Alright, so yeah, that was what I'm defining as vintage in terms of this binder of vintage drawings from a bunch of different franchises. This is a part one. I have another binder like this that's just full of Sonic pictures, which I'll get into, or that'll be a part two. Yeah, so these drawings are in color, and they're finished pieces from many, many years ago. So, let's take a look at some of my vintage drawings. Alright, so on the left right here is Pikmin. I like that one because it's like the whole grid thing. Like, I never really did that with any other picture, so that's kind of cool on my part. And then on the right, I used to do these quite a bit. I kind of like them. They're just like a bunch of it's just like a scene of Pikmin, but there are a bunch of different Pikmin doing different things with enemies and stuff. I remember I made a couple more, but I don't know where any of them are, so this is the only one I have, but I kind of like it. It's pretty nice, although it lacks a background. That's the only thing I can complain about. Speaking about complaining, just to put this out there, if you guys, like, hear me ranting a lot on my drawings, that's kind of my bad, because by today's standards, I'm such a perfectionist, and when I look at these drawings I did a long time ago, I'm just like, how did I ever pass that off as a final drawing? Like, I used to just draw drawings in like 30 minutes, be like, bam, that's a drawing. But now it takes me a good like 5 hours to even progress anywhere. So if I just start like outright like ranting and bashing my drawings, that's kind of my own pet peeve, I guess, just because of how incomplete it might look. Um, so on the left, Sonic and Tails, classic artwork. I remember I sat in front of a TV on the Sonic Mega Collection artwork page, those illustrations they put in the game, and drew those, so that's what that is. And then this Sonic on the right, I think I drew it from some Archie artwork or something. At the time, he was like the best, I quoted him as like the best Sonic I had ever drawn. Yeah. Also, these blue things, if you're wondering what they are, some of these pictures I had to tag with blue paper just for my own sake, so that's what that is. On the left is random Sonic 2 artwork, just Sonic 2. Then on the right is just a big Knuckles. So on the left we got some chibi guys. Again, kind of just an obscure concept. A lot of these earlier drawings I actually kind of just either drew them based off of a game, not really with any artwork, or I would just make up my own type of thing. I really didn't have any like basis back then when I would draw. And then on the right, like I was saying, it's Luigi from Luigi's Mansion, which I based off some artwork. I'm actually gonna assume I probably used artwork for this because I don't think I could have. Just based on the lines and how I know I draw, I probably didn't do this from memory, but it's kind of a nice picture. I probably drew that in school though, because it's on lined paper, and it's kind of odd that this is the only lined paper picture in this entire binder, so that's what I would assume. On the left, we got Donkey Kong, which is probably the best Donkey Kong I have ever drawn. I can probably say that with some confidence, because I honestly don't draw Donkey Kong a whole lot. And this one has a really good face compared to some of the other ones you'll see in this binder that really have horrible faces. So I'm going to say that one's probably my best Donkey Kong. On the right is Mario Sunshine. Just I think it's like a random artwork thing, not really based off of any real artwork per se. I kind of like that one, although the next page has a better Mario Sunshine one that I like. Alright, so here's the Mario I'm talking about. This one I know I used artwork for, and at the time, it was like, I quoted it as like the best Mario I'd ever drawn, and a really good picture, and like, just amazing. It still looks pretty cool. It's a lot better than some of my other Marios that you'll see in this binder. And then on the right over here is Luigi. I think I drew that Mario to pair up with that Luigi. I probably drew the Luigi first, from Luigi's Mansion. That was the inspiration for these two, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine. So overall, they're both pretty good, actually. Luigi and King Boo, because apparently they're friends now. And then the Gallery Ghost picture from the game. I remember I took a clipboard and drew straight from the game. That's what I do a lot of the times, because the artwork is right there, so why not use it from the game? Separate Bowser and King Boo. You know, people have told me that this Bowser looks like Sonic because like the nose thing going on. I kind of agree to that. And then King Boo over here, which apparently I colored in his hat with highlighter. It's kind of weird. Did I just say hat? I meant to say crown. It looks like a hat, honestly, because I never drew it right. It was just like I just drew like a rectangle, but it wasn't a rectangle. It's like a jewel. We got Yoshi on the left next to a Yoshi egg. And then on the right, we got these cool pictures I used to do. There are a couple more in this binder that I'll show off. But they're these Mario Kart Double Dash pictures, and I just drew a bunch of different characters in their cars, just throwing items and stuff. As they progress, you can tell though I get more and more fake with them. I'll get into that once I show the newer ones. But this was the first one, and it's just a really great picture. You can tell that I was having fun drawing it and stuff. So yeah, I like that one. Fredburger and Pac-Man, both characters that I really don't draw a whole lot. I have no idea why I drew them here. Fredburger less than Pac-Man. I don't even know why I would have drawn him, but nonetheless, it's not a bad picture, honestly. And the Pac-Man isn't bad either. Probably from Pac-Man World 2 type artwork. And again, I really don't draw Pac-Man a whole lot, so it's kind of weird seeing that in here, but... So now we got Link and Pikachu. Link, who has seen better days. I think even at the time I complained about how he looked because I remember I wrote this prologue out from the Ocarina of Time, no, Collector's Edition, whatever, instruction manual, because I'm like, maybe if people read this, then it'll distract them from Link, which I kind of hoped. Because, yeah, Link is honestly not that good. It's odd, because even when I drew really bad pictures back then, I still put them in this binder. I don't know why. But, yeah, so that was Link. And Pikachu, I feel like his eyes are too close to each other, or his head's too big. I don't know. I don't feel like it actually looks like Pikachu. But, that's that. Oh, yeah, two random things that don't go together at all. Why they're on the same, page type thing, I don't know. But Zatch Bell, not looking too bad. And then Star Fox Assault, GameCube game. I have to make note of the Falco, like his head. It looks really good. Like I like how it colored it and stuff. That's an overall okay picture. I'm kind of surprised how, how I had the main Star Fox guys up front, and then I drew the Wolf's team like in circles in the background. I just feel like it really looks good now that I look at it. Like great, like design on my part. I mean, really, compared to some of my other drawings where I'm trying to fit characters in and stuff, this one actually looks pretty good. Ho-Oh and Lugia from, I think that's actually from TCG artwork. What was that set there? Unseen Forces. Oh, that took me like a couple seconds, but another thing about Ho-Oh and Lugia, I drew the HGSS out of chalk. EX Unseen Forces artwork out of chalk. That would be hard to draw. And then we got Star Fox Assault over here. I like the other one better of Assault that I drew. This one's kind of just scribbly. On the left here is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which is kind of odd because what I typically do is I would draw artwork based off of video games that I own, and I never owned XD, so maybe I just liked how Shadow Lugia looked or something. And then on the right here is a really, really Japanese Sonic, which goes along the lines of my random styled artwork. Random Pokemon ones. I think we actually have quite a few Pokemon ones coming up. But there's the starters, and there's Deoxys and Rayquaza doing some random thing. So that's that. Okay, now it's time to rant. These two are probably my two least favorite pictures in this entire binder. Mostly because they're just really rushed, they don't go off of any artwork, and you can tell that they're just used to fill space. Yeah, wow. Yeah, this Rayquaza, It's really scribbly. There's like no detail to the face. He's like a worm with like horns. That's really all it looks like. And then on the right here, we got random legendary Pokemon, as I wrote. But it's odd because I had Ho-Oh and stuff in here before that, and they looked pretty decent. Now this Ho-Oh looks like really bad. And there's Lugia and Shadow League. Deoxys is getting like completely beat up, which makes no sense because Deoxys could probably wipe out every single one of those Pokemon there. So yeah, it's kind of just a really odd concept, and just again, you can these pictures kind of exemplify the fact that why I would say I'm going to bash some of my pictures at the beginning of this video. Um, yeah, we got Sonic on the left and Pokemon on the right. This Sonic I actually used a plastic cup to trace the head. Like if you notice, the head's like a perfect circle. There were just some nights back during these times where I could just not draw. Granted that it does happen nowadays, but not as often. So for some reason when I was drawing the Sonic, I just could not draw a circular head. So I'm just like, plastic cup time, bam, put it down, traced it, got a circle, and then drew Sonic with some random rocks right here. I'm just like looking at that right now, and it's just so out of place. Like, there are rocks there. I don't get it. And then on this side, random Pokemon, probably from strategy guide that I got. I'm gonna assume that once I got a couple of Pokemon strategy guides that had like all the Pokemon in it. I'm only what 386 at the time. I just go through the book and draw a Pokemon that I kind of appealed to me. So some of those over there. Got some more Pokemon on the left. And then this Sonic right here is probably one of the 3 pictures in this binder that I still really, really like today. Notice a lot of these I'm bashing or saying they're just okay, but this Sonic is one that I still really, really like. He's from Sonic Adventure Artwork. He's just doing his classic Sonic Adventure pose. And I don't know, it's just a really great picture overall. And I mean, because I'm looking at like this logo right up here and stuff, and that logo really doesn't even look like the Sonic Adventure logo, but I still really like it for some reason. So this is a really good Sonic picture right here.